Yeah, I don't like planes, so that wasn't the best part. But on the plane ride from Jersey to Greece was actually not that bad, but the plane ride from New Orleans to New Jersey was terrible. But it was awesome because I was sitting next to Miss Jane, and she was like, "Do you need a mother right now?" And I was like, "Yeah." So she just held my hand, and that made it a lot better actually. That helped out quite a bit. Once I got over there, um, I'm thinking, we're going to walk where the Apostle Paul walked. We're going to see all these incredible major sites. That's what God has for me is to experience all of that. And it was all very underwhelming at first. I was like, yo, why am I not more enthralled? And I realized, I think God has me here more so for the people than the places that Paul walked. The gem of the trip, what made the trip wonderful for me, was getting closer to people that I see every week. Which was just so cool because, that's so like the Lord to take you 1,200, 1,400 miles away and do all these incredible things just for him to say, hey, what really matters is right here. It's cool the way the Lord made that obvious too, because I was expecting these big feelings when I saw Greece. I was expecting, we went to the Parthenon. And I was like, why is this underwhelming? Why is this not a much bigger deal in my heart right now? And it wasn't until I was hanging out with Kenneth, he showed me his poem that everybody has had the pleasure of hearing. And I really realized, yeah, it's the people around me. This is what I'm here for. And this is all fun. This is all cool. But it's to experience them, get to know them. When we went to Ephesus, our guide there, he you could tell he had the Holy Spirit. That man loved the Lord, and he was very intentional about giving us details to really point us to Christ in the moment, and I loved that. And we were walking down this ancient road that we know for a fact Paul walked down. We know for a fact, like we saw, it's so bizarre because like where he sailed in is all covered with land and stuff now. So it's like all grown over. So they showed us where he sailed in and where he docked. And then like the road is under the main highway, and then it comes out to like where Ephesus was and where the agora was. And it's like this really slick cobblestone path or like stone path. And there was a moment where we were walking down that road, and our guide wanted to take us to the restroom area, like where they used to use the restroom. And it's literally just like a marble bench with a bunch of holes that everybody used to just poop together. Like that's cool and super gross. The way that they wiped was they had like this trough of water in front of them, and they would literally use their hand and rinse it off in the trough. And one thing that our guide told us was, if you were rich, you could pay a worker boy, to get a sponge on a stick, dip it in vinegar, and wipe you. That was something that you could pay for. And he was like, that's important context when you look at the crucifixion. When he said, I am thirsty, what did they bring him? They brought him a sponge with vinegar, And that's absolutely, that would have been perceived by anyone there, oh, that's a toilet boy, And he's literally giving Christ something to drink with a sponge that would be used to wipe someone. That just adds a whole new it's crazy. I've been a Christian for 9 years, and I'm still learning the depth of what the cross did and what it means. Just the humility that God, the Lord of heaven and earth, would reduce himself to a man and subject himself to that type of humiliation. I don't want to forget it. That was a sobering moment in the trip where I really was really moved. And it felt like the Lord really ministered to me there. If I asked the Lord to just show me the opportunities around me to love like him, then stuff like that's going to pop up. you know, those opportunities are gonna come through. He's faithful. When he said that he goes before us to line up good works so that we should walk in them, he be doing that. I feel like when I sit back and I try to pay attention, where are you in today? Where are you in this moment? And where are you with all of my interactions with the people that you have for me to see today? And when I practice that mindfulness, I really feel like I plug into that place where he had to take me 1,400 miles away to realize, hey, what really matters is right here.